Hello students and Namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and I welcome you all to the online session of Vidyadish Vidya Sankul School. Students, in our today's lecture we are going to discuss about your standard 8th literature part, chapter number 2, the tsunami. Right, so when we talk about the word tsunami, first of all we need to understand the meaning of this term. Right, so what is tsunami? A tsunami is a long and high wave which are caused by the earthquake or any other disturbance in the sea or the ocean. Okay, so that is what is given over here in your textbook. Okay, and in the year 2004, that is on 26th December 2004, okay, a tsunami hit Thailand and many parts of India, like Andaman and Nicobar, as well as the coastal area of Tamil Nadu. They were adversely affected by it. Okay, and as the pictures you can see over here, that the tsunami is a natural phenomenon and how destructive it is, what destruction it can cause can be seen through this picture. Okay, so the earthquake was the third largest ever recorded, right, in the year 2004. When this tsunami occurred, because of the earthquake, that earthquake was recorded to be the third largest ever, and that was the reason why such a tsunami was created. Okay, and such a destruction took place. Okay, so in this story we are going to discuss about some of the instances. Right, we are going to share few accounts of the people who were able to use their wit, or that is knowledge and smartness, to not only save themselves but also the other people surrounding them, right, and that was how these people saved themselves also as well as the life of the other people. Okay, because they did not get panicked in such a kind of situation also. So we will see instances of such kind of people. Okay, and one more question is given over here is, that is, did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. So usually we have heard that this the animals, they have a kind of sixth sense, right? They have a kind of sense through which they can recognize or they can come to know in advance that something bad is going to happen. Okay, so we'll come across such an incident in this chapter. Okay, so let us begin with this chapter's explanation. Okay, so here goes the part 1 of the chapter, right? Fine. So the first part goes like this. Okay, so story is basically, the chapter is divided into 3 parts. We will study the first part first. Okay, these stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Archipelago means what? The meaning is given, a group of many islands and the surrounding sea. The group of many islands and the surrounding sea is known as archipelago. Okay, Ignatius is the name. Ignatius, okay, was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachal. Okay, so he was a manager. And where is this place Kachal located? It is an island in Nicobar. Okay, this place, that is Kachal, is an island in Nicobar. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Right, so the wife of Ignatius woke him up because she felt the tremor of the earthquake. Okay, Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table. That means he took the television and kept it aside for safety purpose. Okay, and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. Okay, then what happened? The family rushed out of the house. So that is what usually or normally the people do during the time of earthquake. Okay, when the tremors stop, okay, the shaking or the movement of the earth, that is the earthquake, they saw the sea rising. So usually this kind of thing happens when the sea starts rising up. We can get the idea that tsunami is going to take place. Okay, so what he is saying, when the sea started rising, okay, in the chaos and confusion, 2 of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father, okay, and mother's brother, that is the grandfather and uncle that is paternal grandfather and paternal uncle, okay, and rushed in the opposite direction. So when they realized that the sea is rising, they realized or they sensed that something wrong or something bad is going to happen. So what they did, they run in the opposite direction, okay. So tsunami was coming from the other side and they were running in the opposite direction, okay. He never saw them again. He never saw them again. So from this we can understand that they might have died in the tsunami. His wife was also swept away, okay. She also got swept away in the water. Only the 3 other children who came with him were saved, okay. So what he is saying, that only the 3 other children who came with him were saved, right. So the 2 children, okay, they got carried away with the water, even his wife, and the 3 children who were there with Ignatius, okay, they were means safe, okay, and they could survive. So moving further, next paragraph goes like this. Sanjeev, okay, so this is another story. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Kachal island of the Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, okay. So Sanjeev, he was able to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook, okay. So there was a guest house over there and his wife was shouting, she was crying out loudly, okay. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they both were swept away, okay, but they were both swept away. So that means Sanjeev tried to help them out, okay, he tried to get them out of the water, but both of them, they swept away. That is the wife of the cook and the baby or the baby daughter, okay. Next story is about Meghna. 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people, okay. She spent 2 days floating in the sea. Now you can just imagine the severe condition. For continuously 2 days, she kept on floating on the water, okay, holding on to a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopter overhead, right. So usually when any such kind of natural calamities occur, right, so after the event is known to the people, search and rescue operation starts. So for the 2 days she was in the water itself, okay. 11 times when she was holding the door, 11 times she saw the helicopter of rescue moving, right, but as the distance between the both is too much, it might be possible that she could not be visible from such a height, okay. So what is written, 11 times she saw relief helicopter overhead, but they did not see her. So that is what I told you, okay. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the shore in a daze, okay. So what is happening, that is she was brought to the shore with the help of the wave. No one rescued her, she just came out to the shore with the help of a wave, okay, and was found walking on the shore in a daze. Daze means stunned, that means she was totally shocked, okay. She was not able to believe what has happened over there, okay. Almas, so next it is Almas Javed, okay. So Almas Javed, yes, we are here to this paragraph. So that is Almas Javed was a 10-year-old, okay. She was a student of a Carmel convent in Port Blair, okay. So she was a student in Port Blair where her father had a petrol pump, okay, where her father had a petrol pump. Her mother Rahila's home was in Nancovry Island, okay. What is written over here? Her mother Rahila's home was in Nancovry Island. the family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. Okay, so they might be having an extra house and they had gone over there to celebrate the Christmas. Okay, when the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. That is, Elma and her family was sleeping. Elma's father saw the sea water recede. Recede means move back from where it was. Okay, the meaning is already given over here. Move back from where it was. So the water was receding, it was going back. Okay, he understood that the water would come rushing back with a great force. That means it was not a normal thing, it was abnormal. The water was just going away and away and away. So he realized that when it will come back, it will come with a great force. Okay, he woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place, right? Because he got the idea, he understood the situation, therefore he took away his family to a safer place. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. So while they were hurrying up, the grandfather got hit and he fell there. Okay, her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. So Elma's father tried to help the grandfather, and when he was trying to help him out, the great wave came, okay, and it swept both of them away along with it. Okay, so moving further, Elma's mother and aunts stood clinging. Okay, so clinging means to hold together. Okay, clinging means to hold together. Okay, so what is written? Elma's mother and aunts stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree. Okay, we have seen the coconut trees are very the leaves of the coconut trees are very, very big. Okay, so they were holding out them, calling out to her. Calling out to her means calling to Elma. A wave uprooted the tree. So they were actually holding the leaves of the tree, but that tree itself got uprooted. It came out. Okay, and they too were washed away. So that means Elma's aunt and mother, they also got washed away with the water. Okay, Elma saw a log of wood floating. That means there was a big piece of wood and it was floating in the water. Okay, she climbed onto it. Then she fainted. That means she climbed on that wood and then immediately she got fainted. Fainted means behosh ho jana. When she woke up, she was in a hospital. Okay, when she woke up, she was in a hospital in Kamorta. Okay, from there she was brought to Port Blair. Right, so when she woke up, she was in the hospital, and from there again she was brought to Port Blair. Okay. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still traumatized. Traumatized means the meaning is given greatly shocked and distressed, because she had lost her parents in that and also other family members. So she was totally shocked, okay, or traumatized. Fine. Moving further. So this is going to be your second part. Again a new story is given or a new account is given. Tilly Smith. Okay. The name of the girl is Tilly. You can see the picture over here. So Tilly Smith, a British schoolgirl, was able to save many lives. When the tsunami struck Phuket beach, okay, Phuket beach in Thailand. Right. So she was there with her family in Thailand. Okay, she thought though she has won a number of awards, her parents have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed on television and made into a heroine. Okay, why do you think they took that decision? Right, because the work what Tilly had done was just work which was done to save the life of the people, and her parents, they might have thought that this is a kind of thing which was needed at that moment, and nothing as such heroic work her daughter has done, and therefore they did not allow her to give any kind of interview. Now what is written over here? what is the story about Tilly? Let us find it out. Now, here in a story from Thailand, the Smith family from southeast England were celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. Okay, they were celebrating Christmas at they were celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. Okay, Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old schoolgirl. Her sister was 7 years old. So Tilly Smith and her sister, they were still very young enough. Okay, their parents were Penny and Colin Smith. The name of the parents is given Penny and Colin Smith. It was 26 December 2004 and the deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. They had been triggered by a massive earthquake of northern Sumatra earlier that morning. That means even they felt the tremors of the earthquake that early morning on 26th of December 2004. The water was swelling and kept coming in. Okay, so here the incidence is such where the water was swelling. That means it was continuously coming and coming and coming and going forward. Okay, Penny Smith remembered, right? Penny Smith remembered the beach was getting smaller and smaller. That means the area, the land area which was not covered with water, now the water was moving ahead and it was covering the beach, and therefore the beach area, it was getting smaller and smaller. Okay, I don't know what was happening. So that is what the father is saying, that I don't know what was happening. Okay, moving further. But Tilly Smith, who was the little 10-year-old girl, sensed that something was wrong. Okay, she realized that there is something wrong going on. Her mind kept going back to the geography lesson she had taken in England just 2 weeks before she flew out to Thailand with her family. That means when she was in the school, before her Christmas vacation, okay, just before the vacation started, before that vacation, 2 weeks before only, in her school, she had studied something in geography. Okay, what is given further? Let us find out. Okay, Tilly saw the sea slowly rise. So that means the sea water was slowly and gradually rising up. Okay, and start to form. That means forms and bubbles, they were forming on it, and form whirlpools. That means it was moving in a round and round circular direction. Okay, she remembered that she had seen this in class in a video of a tsunami that had hit the Hawaiian Islands in 1946. That means in the school, she had seen a kind of video, okay, where similar kind of situation was there. Her geography teacher had shown her class the video and told them that tsunamis can be caused by earthquakes, volcanoes and landslides. Right, so that is what she had studied in her school. Okay, Tilly started to scream at her family to get off the beach. That means she started screaming loudly that please get out of the beach immediately or quickly. She talked about an earthquake under the sea. That means she instructed the people and the family over there that because of the earthquake such an incident is taking place. She got more and more hysterical. So what is the meaning of hysterical? When you are hysterical, you shout, laugh or cry in a wild, excited way without any control over yourself. That means she had actually realized that the tsunami was going to hit that place, and therefore she was not able to control herself, and she just wanted to tell the people to get out of the beach. Okay, so what is written further? There is, said her mother Penny, I did not know what a tsunami was. So the mother, what she is saying, that she did not know what the tsunami is, but seeing my daughter so frightened, I thought something serious must be going on. That means even the mother, okay, she took her daughter very seriously, and she did not know what was going to happen. But as the daughter was so much frightened, she took that thing very seriously, and therefore they were able to get themselves rescued from that place and move to a safer place. Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. A number of other tourists also left the beach with them. Then it was as if the entire sea had come out after them. I was screaming, "Run!" That means as and when they came out, even the sea water followed them, and the whole sea might have come out. Okay, the water had come out, they felt like that. The family took refuge in the third floor of the hotel. Okay, so they went to the higher place so that they won't get affected by the sea water. The building withstood the surge of 3 tsunami waves. Okay, the meanings are given over here, you can have a look at them. Okay, so what is given? Refuge. Refuge means to take a shelter or protection from danger. Okay, so what is written? The building withstood the surge. Withstood means endured without collapsing. That means it was able to hold the tsunami. Okay, so withstood the surge of 3 tsunami waves. If they had stayed on the beach, they would not have been alive. Right, so it was their wittiness or the smartness, okay, or the liveliness because of which they left the place and they were able to survive. Okay, next is the Smiths later met other tourists who had lost the entire families. Thanks to Tilly and her geography lesson, okay, they had been forewarned. Forewarned means they were warned well in advance, because of which they could survive themselves. Okay, Tilly went back to her school in England and told her classmates her terrifying tale. Okay, so when they again went back to their home, she went to the school and she shared her experience with the other classmates of the school. Okay, next page. So here is the third part, okay, of this chapter. What is written? Look carefully at the picture of the boy. Okay, you can see the picture of a boy and his dog. Boy and his dog. Okay, and try to describe the things that you see using just words and phrases, either the teacher or one of the students. So that is a kind of activity. Okay, so here you can see the boy is sitting, okay, and the dog is there, and everything is disrupted or damaged over there, and the water is lying everywhere. And the boy and the dog, they are sitting on the wooden box and trying to keep themselves safe. Okay, so here we go. Okay, yeah, before the giant waves slammed into the coast in India and Sri Lanka. Now we are talking about India and Sri Lanka. Wild and domestic animals seemed to know what was about to happen. Right, so when the tsunami was about to struck India and Sri Lanka, the animals over there at the coastal areas, they were aware. They got the sense that something destructive is going to happen. Okay, they fled to safety. That means they left the beach, okay, and they moved towards the safer place or area. According to eyewitness accounts, elephants screamed and ran for higher grounds. That means the elephants which were lying over the coastal areas, they started screaming and they moved towards higher area. Okay, dogs refused to go outdoors. That means the dogs, they refused to go outdoors. Okay, so usually the people, they are seen carrying their dogs to the beaches and they go for walk and everything. So the dogs, they refused. Then flamingos abandoned their low-lying breeding areas. Okay, flamingos abandoned their low-lying breeding areas. Okay, so that means even the flamingos, they did not go to those areas which were low-lying near the beach. Okay, and the zoo animals rushed into their shelters and could not be enticed to come back out. Okay, so what is written? Even the zoo animals rushed into their shelters and could not be enticed to come back out. That means they were not ready to get out of that place. They just went inside the shelters. Okay, many people believe, what is written over here, let us find out. many people believe, okay, here animals possess a sixth sense and know when the earth is going to shake. That means they have a kind of sixth sense. Okay. Some experts believe that animals' more accurate hearing helps them to hear or feel the earth's vibration. Right. So what is that sixth sense? That says that the animals, okay, so usually they have extra sensing ability, and through that sensing ability they can feel or hear the sound, okay, of the earth's vibrations way before than the people can do that. Okay. They can sense an approaching disaster long before humans realize what is going on. That means, as I told you, that they have a kind of extra sense, and before the people or the human beings could realize, the animals are able to understand the thing or get the idea about that thing well in advance. We cannot be sure whether animals have a sixth sense or not. That means the people, they are not sure, but we are just assuming that thing. But the fact is that the giant waves that rolled through the Indian Ocean killed more than 150,000 people in a dozen countries. That means almost 1 lakh or 1,50,000 people were killed in this tsunami. But not many animals have been reported dead. That means from this statement we can understand that the animals, they might have become aware, okay, and they might have rescued to a safer place, and therefore very few or less animals who are not able to escape themselves, they might have died. Okay. Along India's Cuddalore coast, okay, along India's Cuddalore coast, where thousands of people perished means they died. That means they died. Okay. Buffaloes, goats and dogs were found unharmed. So that means where so many people were dead at that same point of time, at that same place, animals like the goats, the buffaloes and the dogs, they were unharmed. That means they were not affected. Okay. The Yala National Park in Sri Lanka is home to a variety of animals including elephants, leopards and 130 species of birds. 60 visitors were washed away from the Patnangala beach. Okay, it is Patnangala beach inside the park, but no animal carcasses means the dead body of the animals, so no animal carcasses were found. That means here also many people, they were died, but the animals were able to rescue themselves or were able to go to some place or a safer place and keep themselves alive. Okay, except for 2 water buffaloes. About an hour before the tsunami hit, people at Yala National Park had observed 3 elephants running away from the Patnangala beach. Okay, a Sri Lankan gentleman who lives on the coast near Gale said his 2 dogs would not go for their daily run on the beach. That means one of the gentlemen who lived at the beach in Sri Lanka, he said that usually his 2 dogs used to go for a walk in the morning, but on that particular day they did not go for the walk. Okay, they are usually excited to go on the outing, he said, but on that day they refused to go and most probably saved his life. That means that gentleman was alive, okay, just because of his dogs, because on that day the dogs refrained from going out, and therefore the owner of the dogs was alive still. Okay, so these were the stories of the chapter 2 tsunami, and we saw many instances where the people, they died away because they were not aware what was going to happen, and many people using their wit or intelligence, okay, they were able to survive and live their life peacefully. So that's it about this chapter. Here the chapter comes to an end. Okay, and along with that I'll end my lecture over here. So that's it for today, students. I thank you everyone for listening to me. Take care of yourself, stay healthy and stay safe.